Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on long multiplication. You have got to do 5,227 times by 43. Now they have written it out in this form, so it's encouraging you to use the column method. But there are two methods that you can use to do this, and I'll go through the two methods in a minute. Remember to write your answer in the box, and this will be worth 2 marks in the exam. So your key facts are that you could use the column method, which is the way the exam paper is gearing you to use the questions, or you can use the grid method. Now in the exam, this is worth 2 marks. If you make a mistake using the column method, you will get 1 mark. If you make a mistake with the grid method, you will get no marks. You'll just get 2 marks for the final correct answer if you manage to get it correct. It does say show your method, which means show your working in order to get the full 2 marks. Press pause, have a go at working out the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. So to start with, we're going to use the column method. And we're going to start on the right hand side and we're going to multiply the number 5,227 by 3. Now 7 times 3 is 21, so we carry a little 2 and we put the 1 underneath. Then we do 2 times 3, which is 6, add on the 2 gives me 8. 3 times 2 is also 6, and 3 times 5 is 15. So I've multiplied 5,227 by 3 to give me 15,681. Now I've got to multiply the number 5,227 by this 4. But this isn't just 4, it's actually the number 40. And we know when we multiply anything by a 10, we can add a 0 on the end if it's a whole number because all the digits move one place to the left. So I'm going to add a magic 0 in here because I'm now multiplying by 40, not just the number 4. Because I've included the 0 in the end, I'm now just going to treat it like the number 4. So I'm going to do 4 times 7 is 28, so I carry the 2 and the 8 comes underneath. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 gives me 10, so I carry the 1 and the 0 comes here. 4 times 2 again is 8 plus the 1 gives me 9. And 4 times 5 gives me 20. Now I've got to these two numbers here, I'm going to add the values together. Now it doesn't really matter where you carry these little numbers here. I always like to carry them above, but some people like to carry below. You will end up with the same answer. So I've got 1 plus 0 is 1. 8 plus 8 is 16, so I carry a 1 for the 10s and the 6 underneath. I've got 6 plus 0 plus the 1 is 7. 5 plus 9 is 14, so I carry the 1 and a 4. 1 plus 1 is 2, and the 2 comes in here, and this will give you 1 mark for using this method here. For getting the correct answer, 224,761 will give you the second mark if you write it in the box. Now some people will find this method confusing because of carrying all these little numbers in here, so some people find it easier to use the grid method. As long as you can get the right answer, you will get the full 2 marks. So the grid method splits this number up, 5,227 and 43, into its place values. So 43 becomes 40 10s and 3 1s. Splitting the 5,000 up becomes 5,000, 200, 20 and the 7, just taking its place values. From here I need to multiply the values. So I've got 40 times by 5,000. So we just need to do 5 times 4, which is 20, and add on 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros afterwards. So it's 20 with 4 zeros, which is the same as 200,000. Next I'm going to do 40 times by 200. 4 times 2 is 8, add on 3 zeros, gives me 8,000. 40 times by 20, 4 times 2 is 8, add on 2 zeros is 800. 40 times by 7 is 28, add on a 0 is 280. Next we're going to multiply the numbers along the top by 3. So 3 times 5,000, 5 times 3 is 15, add on the 3 zeros, gives me 15,000. 3 times 200, 3 times 2 is 6, add on the 2 zeros, 600. 3 times 20, 3 times 2 is 6, add on a 0 is 60. 7 times 3 is 21. We now need to add all these green numbers together. So because we've got a lot to add and we haven't got much space, I'm just going to add these two together first. So 200,000 plus 15,000 is just going to be 215,000. I can see that these will just slot together nicely to give me 215,000. Similarly with the 8,000 and the 600, adding those together, it just gives me 8,600. Then I've got an 800 plus a 60, which will just give 800 plus 60 is just 860. And then I'm just going to write the 280 and the 21 on their own because they're slightly harder to add. And I'm going to add together all these values. So all the zeros plus the 1 is just a 1. All the zeros plus 6 plus 8 plus 2. Now the easiest way to do it, think of your number bonds. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 6 gives me 16. So I carry a 1 and then put the 6 underneath. Again, I've got another number bond here. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 6 is 16. Add on the 1 takes me to 17. So 1 and a 7. Now I've got to do 8 plus 5. So from 5, you have 2 more to add to make 8 to get to 10. So 8 plus 10, 8 plus 2 gives me 10. Add on the extra 3, which is 13, plus the 1 is 14. Or you could just count on from 8 plus 5, add on the 1, gives you 14. 1 plus 1 is 2, and then the 2 on its own is here. So I get exactly the same answer, whichever method I use. Remember, there should be a comma after the thousands column. So we've got 224,761. If you don't write a comma, you won't get the answer incorrect. But make sure your commas are nice and small, and so you can see what the number is clearly. Give yourself a big tick if you got it correct. Well done, great work. The mark scheme on this question shows it's up to 2m, which means up to 2 method marks for the correct answer of 2,224,761. If you used the method for use of the column method, you will get a mark with an error in either of the places here. We'll give you 1 mark. It says do not award marks if there is an error in the place value. So for example, if there is a 0 missing here, you cannot get 1 mark. If they've written it out and forgotten that 0, you must include that 0 to get the mark. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.